Welcome back to the channel, you guys. If you are new here, my name is Tiara. I focus primarily on lifestyle and luxury with a lot of randomness in between. So welcome to the channel. As you guys can see by the title, today is my favorite type of video, your favorite type of video, which is a haul. However, it is more of a reveal. I have unboxed these bags already. I have used one already, only twice. So one of them has been used. The other two have not been used. One is not even fully open. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. But so you guys know, summer has approached. Summer is here, basically. Well, here in St. Louis it is. It's been like 90 degrees all last week. Today's Monday, the 16th of May, and it is hot today too. Not too bad, but it's hot. So summer's here. And I just got a few pieces that I figured would, match my wardrobe, match my collection. They are not, your conventional, traditional pieces. They're not really classics. One of them might be. They're not popular right now. They're not trending. Well, one of them is, I'm sorry. But these are typically bags that I would not buy, but, I have a need for each one of these, because of what's going on. Let me just quit rambling and show you guys what I'm talking about. So this first bag is actually not a bag. It's a, crossbody. What's the name of the bag? Not crossbody. Like a bum bag. Y'all know, fanny pack. That's what it is. It's a fanny pack. I bought this probably 2 months ago now. Month and a half. I'm not sure. I did slightly show it on my Instagram. The bag anyway. It is by Moschino. And as you can see, it says nature friendly. So this is actually my first piece from this brand. I'm not typically impressed with this brand just because sometimes I think it can come off a little tacky, a little gaudy, a little kiddish. But this particular piece I saw at one of my favorite consignment shops. Excuse me, luxury consignment shops. And I couldn't pass it up mainly because of the functionality of the bag. And as you see, this nature friendly part is going to come in whenever I explain it to you. So let me just show you what it is. So it is this blue and black Moschino fanny pack. I do love the blue. I'm not a lover of blue. Blue is not my favorite color. It's literally not a color that I gravitate to. But this was different. Number one, when I showed you guys the dust bag, it said nature friendly. And I think what that means is this is pretty much a nylon piece. So when I think of nature friendly, I think of, water being able to get on this and wipe off. Pretty much anything is able to get on this and be wiped off. I believe you probably, if you wanted to, could throw this into the washing machine. I wouldn't dry it, but you probably could just because it's nylon. Y'all know nylon is really popular right now, especially within the Prada line. And so when I thought of weather friendly, I primarily thought about my trip. I have a Cabo trip coming up in August. I'm going to need to be hands-free. We're going to be doing a lot of activities. I think one includes like ATV riding or camel riding. And so I thought that this bag would be perfect for that just because it's hands-free. If it gets sand, dust, dirt, water, whatever on it, it's easily wipeable or cleanable. I also love like the exaggerated zipper, which also has the Moschino logo on it. And then one other thing that drew me to this bag is that Babe has been kind of looking for a crossbody that he can wear. And this also looks like it could be unisex. It kind of leans more honestly towards male, like male gendered, like male. It just looks manly. That's the word I'm looking for. It looks kind of manly. So you have the Moschino tag here. The black zipper at the top, the blue zipper in front. Of course, this thing is kind of big. It's at least 12 inches. So it's kind of big, very roomy. It just has an inside pocket right there with nothing. Of course, the top zipper is nothing but a gaping hole. And as you can see, I don't know who sold this to the consignment shop, but it is in immaculate condition. You do have a pocket with Moschino on it. It feels like it could be potentially leather. And then even on the inside of the bag, you have yet another pocket. So tons of room. I mean, on an excursion, I probably won't carry anything but my phone, a lippy, maybe some cash. So this is plenty enough room for all of that. Some sunglasses. You really don't have to worry about anything. The back is plain except... so this is, I think it's meant to be worn like across the chest. And what I like about it is that it's very roomy. I'm a big girl. I got all this chest, unfortunately. Babe's a big dude, but it fits across us pretty well. Let me see if I can just try this on for you real quick. But yeah, I like how big it is, how functional it is. It is somewhat kind of upside down, but you get the gist of it. So it fits pretty well. I like the material. Even like the band here, the strap, says Moschino, Milano, and that blue. But it's also, I don't know what material this is, but I know that it is washable and it is wipeable. So I like that. And I thought about my trip when I saw this, and I was like, oh my goodness, this would be a perfect piece. It has Moschino here on the clip, and it just kind of goes like this. Looks kind of funny because I'm used to like a third prong being right there, but you just can push it in and it fastens. Push it in and it unfastens. The strap is adjustable. I think I have it on its longest setting. I'm not gonna deal with trying to adjust it right now because it's a hot mess. But yeah, y'all, I just thought this was really, really, you know, substantial. Something that could be in my collection for times when, you know, you're on excursions or you're on vacation or a theme park or hell, even shopping, and you just don't want to take your big bags with you. You just want your essentials. Something like this would be really, really nice. Side note, we are in a new situation, you guys. If you have not been watching my vlogs, we have relocated. So this is why the background is probably looking different. I'm in my kitchen. Coffee station is over there. But yeah, so if my background looks different, it's because we did move. But yeah, I just thought this was a nice bag to have. You know, it's a little bit untraditional. I don't think I've ever seen anybody with this. And I like the fact that I can wear it and Babe can wear it. So we probably will get our cost per wear. I think whenever I bought this, it said that the retail was $9.65. Would I pay $9.65 for this? Absolutely not. That's just a lot for me for this particular brand. But I was happy with the price point that I paid at the consignment shop, and that was $500. And I mean, it's in immaculate condition. There's not one stain. I probably was never used. And so I thought that was a pretty good deal. I still think $500 was a little much, but then when you consider how durable it is and the functionality of the bag, and then of course the big logo that everybody can see, it's not too bad of a price. So this is the first bag, you guys. Thumbnail. All right, let's move on to the next. So I will not be using this, honestly, probably until my trip in Cabo, which is in August. I don't want to say that I'm not going to use it, but we do have an African Fest coming up, and it would be nice to be hands-free, and this would be nice to use. So I don't know. Don't quote me. I say that, but then again, you know how we change our minds. I definitely didn't want to use it before we moved just because I had it already put up in this dust bag, and it was hassle-free, and I just didn't feel like pulling it out. So there you guys go. All right, so this next piece, it's honestly something that I bought because I love totes. If you know anything about me, I am definitely a tote girl. I tend to lean towards bigger bags, and I don't even know why, because I don't have a lot of things that I carry in my purse. Sometimes I find myself adding things to the purse just to fill up a bag, which is completely ridiculous, but I don't know. I think maybe because I'm a big girl and I feel like I have to have like a big bag to compensate for my size and my stature. Maybe that's why I don't lean towards small bags, just because I feel like it'll look ridiculous on me. Also, a lot of your smaller bags have short chains. For me to feel comfortable and for it to look right, I think I need at least like a 22, 23 inch chain for it to hang at the right height for me, because I have a lot of boobage, you know. So I think that's why I lean towards big bags. Now, I am a part of a Facebook group called Weekly Lux Drop, I think. It's one of the many Facebook, you know, groups that I'm part of. And what they do is pretty much they do weekly luxe drops. This is primarily a business that's located in Japan. I do have a guy from Japan that I buy from every now and again. It's where I got my black Epi Speedy for my birthday 3, 4, 5 years ago. I don't know if you guys remember that on my channel, but I decided to pick up this particular piece. It is a Louis Vuitton piece, and let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. It is a vintage piece, which if you know anything about me, I love vintage Louis. So y'all, it is this bag right here. This is the MM Hampstead. It is an older bag. And this bag was so gorgeous. It's still gorgeous, but when I saw him pop this up on the screen, the patina is absolutely gorgeous. It's basically flawless. It's even. This is a tote style bag. So let me just show you the outside before I show you the inside. So on the outside, the patina, the Damier Azur print is like literally flawless. You don't see any marks. It's still nice and bright, that bright bluish color and white. You don't really see like the white part fading to yellow or anything like that. Like I said, the patina on the handles are gorgeous. Of course, there is some scratching on the plate, if you guys can see that. But it's vintage, it's to be expected, so I'm not worried about that. Let me just turn it around. There is some corner wear, but not bad. Not bad at all. A little bit here. Just so pretty, y'all. Let me show you the bottom. The bottom does not have feet. I mean, this thing was like probably barely used. One thing about Japanese resellers, they are going to have some of the best vintage bags that you can find, especially when it comes to Louis Vuitton, because the culture in like Japan and Asia over there, they're kind of obsessed with like the latest and the newest. So they don't keep their bags long. So they're constantly like recycling their closets. So they probably get like limited use out of their bags. And this particular bag looks like that. Like they barely used it. You know, it might have been sitting in their closet for a while before they decided to sell it or consign it. I'm not sure. So just as the outside of the bag looks amazing, y'all, this is really what sold me, because let's be honest, there are a lot of people that will buy used bags with a lot of damage to the inside because they figure that, oh, you know, nobody can see it. I'm not worried about that. Maybe I'll try to get the stains out myself. I'm personally turned off by that. I don't want any bag that smells like smoke or mildew or anybody's, you know, home. I want the inside to be pretty much flawless, especially when it's vintage. I don't know what stains are in the bag. Like, that's disgusting to me. So when I saw this inside, y'all, it was a go. Look at this inside. It is absolutely flawless. There's literally not one stain. I want to say this is like a microfiber lining. I'm not sure, you guys. But the inside, you have a few pockets. This is probably meant for like maybe an older cell phone, a lipstick, not sure. And then you have a slip pocket here. And then on the side, you have a zippered pocket with the Louis Vuitton logo right here. And I'm trying to get you guys the whole view of the bag. That's what it was. It wasn't all the way, I don't want to say what's the word, not unzipped, snapped. But it also snaps, you guys, if you want to make it smaller. Very much kind of like how the Neverfull can cinch in with the strings. This actually snaps if you want to make it smaller. So when you unsnap it, you can just really see how good that inside is, y'all. It is so pretty. It is absolutely gorgeous. I just could not pass this up. I'm very much a lover of vintage Louis. For a few reasons. Number one, the quality is like unmatched. It's A1. If you take a newer bag from any collection, I know at least 2016 and up, I would say. I don't know. But versus the old canvases, there's going to be no comparison. This canvas is so sturdy. It's so thick. You can literally just feel how thick it is. Now, if you do this to a newer canvas, it's going to be flimsy. It's going to feel thin. It's going to probably feel paper light. This bag does have some weight to it, just because of the canvas alone. It's not heavy, like unbearable heavy. It's not even heavy like if you put a wallet or, you know, you fill it up, it's going to be so heavy on your shoulder. But it's heavy because it's quality. That's what the issue is. It's heavy with quality. Was what we love to see that. So I had to snag this, y'all. This type of bag is going for thousands now. You know, Louis Vuitton keeps increasing their prices, despite the fact that their quality is going down. And so this is primarily why I stick to vintage. I don't see a lot of people with this bag, especially in this type of condition. I am a tote girl, so it just made sense for me to get this. And to be honest, y'all, this is my very first piece of Damier Azur. I don't own any Damier Azur pieces. I've never been really drawn to it enough. I've always thought about just how dirty the canvas could get. But when I saw this, I was like, you can't pass it up. You cannot pass it up. I would say that this is probably the size of, not really the Never Full. It's a little bit smaller than the Never Full. But I like the fact that it's a little bit more structured. If you sit it up, it looks kind of boxy. And if you just open it, it looks boxy. And I like that. You have your classic D-ring in your pocket. You have the snaps. Let me snap it so I can show you what I'm talking about. I'm really impressed with this bag, and I've only worn it once or twice, like to the store out and about in our new community. So I haven't got to really show it off, but I'm absolutely loving this bag, y'all. Absolutely loving this bag. It's so pretty. It's such a classic. Like even these, they could be curling up like that. They're really not bad at all. It just patinaed so well. Even like the rim of the bag at the top, you don't see any markings. This is here because of this, because this rubs up against it where it buckles, where you can adjust the strap. That's another thing. The straps do adjust. You can make them longer and or shorter. This is a perfect length for me, which is another thing, because the Never Full, to me, the straps are a little bit too short for me. I have thick arms. I'm a big girl, and it just sits very uncomfortable. But with this, it's very comfortable, y'all. I could honestly let it down some more if I wanted to, but there's no need. There's no need. So yeah, y'all, I'm very, 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 very impressed with this purchase. Very much so. Very much so. And if you want to know how much I paid for this bag, I paid, I believe, $727. So it was a steal for me. Okay, so you guys, I have one more bag. It is yet another tote. So quick disclaimer about this bag. This is a bag that I never really thought that I would purchase, and I'll just go ahead and tell you guys what it is, and then I'll show you. So this bag is a Telfar tote. Now, from what I've seen online, and also from what I've heard from people that have owned the bag, I just have not been really impressed with the quality. And I know that people hate, you know, for me to say that, because it is a Black-owned brand. I wish I felt different. I do feel like this bag very much resembles a Marshall's, Aldi's, one of those type of bags that they sell in the store for 99 cents for you to carry their merchandise out in or whatever. But because it's a Black-owned brand, I wanted to give it a try. And I also said, you know what, the price point is not that bad. But then again, it is, because this is not even like real leather. This is vegan leather. And so I was very hesitant for the longest to buy into this brand. But, you know, I did tell myself, $300, like you spend that on, you know, a SLG, whatever, earrings, whatever. So go ahead and invest in the brand. See what it's about. Worst case scenario, you can resell it. So quick story time. I actually went to the same consignment shop that I got my Moschino bag from, and they had a large tote. Now, mind you, for whatever reason, I didn't even know that Telfar made large totes. I thought he just had like the small and like the medium. I didn't know he made really big, large totes, which I'm really into. And so I happened to see this like bubblegum pink large tote in the case at the consignment store that I go to. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know he made big totes. You know, can I see that one? And so I looked at it. It was in flawless condition. It was a really pretty pink. It was probably a little darker than this, like a bubblegum pink or whatever. And so I really considered getting it until I looked at the price. And the price was like $600. And I'm like, I don't even want to pay the $300 that it is, or the $257 or what it is. So, you know, there's no way I'm getting ready to pay double that price, especially for a brand that I really don't even think is worth it. Let's be honest. So I passed up on it, and I actually ended up getting my Moschino bag, my crossbody. Literally, y'all, it must have been meant for me to get this bag. Literally, the next day at work, one of my techs said, hey, do y'all know anybody that's into Telfar bags? So I turned around and I said, well, what's up? You know, I'm the bag queen. You know, everybody started laughing and stuff. And so she was like, I bought this Telfar tote and it's red. When I heard that, I said, uh-oh, you know, because red is my absolute favorite color. And she said, and it's too large for me. I ordered the wrong size. You know, I always get Telfar bags. But this particular one I don't want, and I'm willing to sell it to somebody for the price that I paid on the website. I'm not trying to mark up the price. I just want it gone because I don't use totes this large. So I was like, girl, let me see what you're talking about. And she showed me this. She pulled up a picture and she showed me this, and I ended up buying it obviously because it's here. But this is a Telfar bag. It came in this big dust bag. And I have not opened it. I have not used it yet. I've only showed a few people. So this is what it looks like. It is a really pretty red. I will admit, the red is gorgeous. It is brand spanking new. And she sold it for me. Sold it to me for the exact price that she paid, plus like a few dollars to Cash App her, so she would get her full amount. But it is this red Telfar tote. As you can see, like, I have not even like tried to take off the tags for the handles to be unloosened. This says Telfar, established 2005, New York, NYC. Now I will say the red is absolutely gorgeous, but I don't know, things like this just unsettle me. The buckling here, I'm just trying not to down it too much, but I'm really not a fan. Even though I bought it, I'm just really not a fan. And I'm hoping me using it will turn me into a fan, or maybe I can just, you know, decide to, you know, let it be what it is. It is what it is. But then you also have the back. Like I said, this is a rather large tote. This folds up, but this also comes down so it can be structured. You have the tag on it. It says Telfar, established 2005, NYC. And then it says large red shopping bag. So literally this was brand new. She hadn't used it. It was just sitting in the dust bag, I guess, waiting for the right person to rebuy it. And I happen to be that person. So like I said, this is vegan leather. From what I can tell, I've seen other people carry it. It's cute. This is definitely going to be like a travel bag for me. So I'm debating about taking this to Cabo as like one of my carry-ons, one of my main totes. This will probably be what I carry. I mean, it is red. It's summertime. It's appropriate. It does feel lightweight. And I just really don't want to open it. So I apologize, you guys. I just don't want to destroy it until I'm ready to use it. But it has the Telfar tag inside. It looks like it has a very long zippered pocket that goes the width of the bag, if you guys can see. Kind of imagine that the straps are not there. And then it's just all red on the inside, and it does have a snap. If you guys can see the snap button at the top right here, and then at the bottom, and then it has a pocket on this side. I know you guys can't see that, and I'm sorry, but I just don't want to unravel this bag yet. But I mean, the silverware is silver on the inside, and it's just a gaping hole. It's just a tote. Nothing too spectacular about it. It does seem to be pretty large. One thing that I kind of like but don't like is the fact that it has these very, very long handles. I appreciate that because obviously you can carry it on your shoulder, but at the same time I feel like the straps are very, very long. I don't know. I can't really assess the bag yet until I use it. But as of now, you guys, this is my last purchase, the Telfar bag. I am kind of excited to have something from this brand just because it is a black owned brand. But at the same time, I'm leery, but I feel like, you know, $300, you get what you pay for, you know what I mean? And I also do like that this is raised, which feels, you know, probably the most quality part of the bag. But yes, once again, this is vegan leather, and we shall come back with updates about this bag, y'all. So stick with me, and I'll let you know how I like it and or dislike it. It does seem to be fairly large, so I can see this being a good travel bag. And that is it, you guys. That is the last of this haul. Actually, I'm happy it's my first haul in my new home. I already had those items. I just wanted to show you guys those real quick. I probably will not be buying a lot of bags this year. We are very much focused on other things, larger goals coming up in the future. So keep sticking around, and we will get to those subjects later on. As always, thank you guys for stopping by. See you guys on the next episode and be an exclusive addition to someone's life.